Hi. Guess where I'm at? Can you tell? Can you tell where I'm at? Hi, everybody. Let's explore the age of chivalry, the Renaissance Fair. It comes to Las Vegas every year in the fall.
In the past, we've had fake blood and squibs and all of that, and the crowd really eats that up.
We meet a fairy, a blacksmith shopkeeper, and a gladiator. Everybody dresses up for the occasion. You don't have to, but it's more fun. Sunset Park is transformed into a Renaissance fair. As you can see, there's tents here and there on each side. And some of the people that participate in this fair camp over here and camp over there. And behind us, we've got the ferry village. There's pirate ships, camel rides, sword play, no cosplay, but it becomes like this magical Renaissance fair village. It's really cool. It's the corset booth. Yes, it is. Corsets and bustier tops are very popular in this style. You cannot film or photograph inside of that tent, so don't even try. They will stop you right away. Well, this is a cool booth. It has fairy wings. Let's talk to a blacksmith shopkeeper who explains some of these wonderful weapons that they create. I would like a real sword, but I don't even know how to handle it. I bought this set. I want to see through the blade. I'm just saying, you can. Wow, look at those helmets. So the blade's $30. The seed is extra. Brady, he's going to explain some of these weapons. What the heck is this?
It's called a flanged mace, meant for knights fighting other knights in heavy armor.
Dang, that looks like it can do a lot of damage.
Yes, it would.
Okay, what the heck is that?
It's called a sword catcher, and that's a period weapon that was designed to catch and trap your opponent's blade, twist your wrist, and lock it in place while you run them through with the sword in your other hand.
And, okay, what is this called?
That would be a bearded Viking axe. That long, pronounced beard.
How much does something like this cost?
That one is $275.
Do you make any of these yourself?
I do. We've got a few on the counter that I made, and I've also got work in here from around 40 different people. Some of them local, 15 minutes away, and some all over.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Most of the vendors really get into it, and it's quite fun. You will see that most of them are in character too.
Animal part. Oh, don't laugh, it's true.
Monkey paws, rabbit's foot, rabbit's feet. I'm videoing, you sure you
Come get your animal parts here.
I'm videoing.
And you want. Those are muskrat. And that's for me.
Those are pretty. Hello over there. Look at this, it's like the Egyptian, what is it called? I forgot the goddess of cat.
Oh my god, I love that place!
What's it called? Bass? The goddess cat bass. Presenting. Oh, that like a booth in there? I thought it was where you sleep, like that's your tent for the night. As you walk through this festival, you feel like you've been transported through time into the Renaissance times. If you would like to camp like this, it's a 3-day festival and you pay a fee so that you can stay all 3 nights. Many of the food vendors go out of their way to make it look fun and whimsical or quirky, and each name is kind of funny. They're really famous for the turkey legs. I didn't really care for it though. The best are those heritage meat pies. That is the best ever. So we're sitting down eating meat pie. Mine's a little toasty. You want to show people your meat pie?
This.
Meat pie, shepherd's meat pie.
This is why I'm here. This is why I'm here.
She came just for the meat pie. With so many different vendors with handcrafted items and neat things like this, you can stop and take photos. It's a very good photo opportunity. Let's go meet a gladiator. Marty, what are some of the fights that happen during this tutorial?
Okay, this year we use a double shield fight, and there's an upside to the fight and a downside. And so as gladiators, we learn both sides. The way this year works is it's predetermined before the actual show, is we roll dice for to determine the winner, and then it gets pared down like a tournament to the final person. And so, depending on whether you win or lose, depends on what side of the fight you do. So you would do an upside throughout the whole fight if you were to win the whole tournament, essentially. If you lose, say the second fight, you would do the upside during your regular fight because that's the winner. And then during the second fight, you would do the downside. And then that determines that you're going to lose and that your opponent is going to win. And then they would move on until you have an eventual winner.
Wow.
And so it goes from 8 fighters, 4 winners, to 4 fighters, 2 winners, to 2 fighters. If you forget your choreography, then your opponent, who you're paired with, will telegraph what's coming. So if I'm going to do an overhead, the overhead starts here and comes over. If I'm going to do it from this side, it's overhead, over.
Yes.
If I'm going to do a shoulder, it comes back to the shoulder. This side will be back to the shoulder.
Awesome.
If it's a leg, it comes all the way back and down, leg, and then the same from this side, all the way over and down, leg.
Wow. How long did it take you to learn that?
When we really first started training 6, 7 years ago.
Whoa!
What we did is practice. We would do an overhead leg shoulder, opposite sides, and then you always had a partner. We would reverse that, and then they would do the strikes, and you would do the blocks for those. And so when we choreograph a fight, part of it's memory. We'll write it down, we'll practice it out, and then it goes into memory, and then you do those
Like
strikes.
a dance move and a sword.
Absolutely. That's
Okay.
exactly what it is. Is dancing with swords and a shield. It is. My favorite move is probably we do at the end. It's sort of like a belly cut, but as opposed to a slash, it's what we use as our kill. And we put the sword on their belly and kind of drag it out.
Do you have
know,
fake blood and everything?
This year we don't. In the past we've had fake blood and squibs and all of that, and the crowd really like eats that up.
That's like Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, and we've made it where it's obscene so that it actually looks fake, so that the usually the kids in the crowd don't get so scared or terrified of all the blood.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, thanks again.
You're welcome.
Look. In front of the ferry bridge. So I just interviewed one of the sword fighters. He also does jousting, tutorials with children.
Choose a path.
And everyone cheers and everything, so it's pretty cool. Amanda, what brings you to the Renaissance Fair each year?
I love to dress up. I love the attention that I get from my costumes. And I like messing with all the people. Thank you.
Can you show us your wings, like do a 360 for us? And how much does something like this cost? Because it looks very elaborate and intricate.
This actually is not that expensive to make because of the fabric. The fabric is upholstery fabric and it can get expensive depending on what type you like. But we do have still voting corsets that we make that can run anywhere to $300. And then our wings expand longer than my arms up and down for my day costume. And so that could be pretty expensive.
What is the wingspan on your day costume wings?
It's further than mine.
So about 12 feet?
They go taller and wider.
Do you own a booth here at the fair?
No, we don't. We just do this for fun.
Oh, see?
Awesome. I love to speak to the children. I love to talk to them. I love all the smiles and everything that they give me. The little girls, they get so excited. And it just makes my day.
So you're like it's like what would you call yourself besides just fairy? Do you have a fairy name or?
No, because it just depends on what I'm wearing. But whenever it comes about, then I just talk to the girls. I'm spring when I wear my pink fairy, which is the one with the steel boning corset. I have a fire fairy, which is steel boning corset, same size wings. And then I have a centaur. The difference between garb and the difference between somebody saying costume is a costume is something you go and you purchase. Garb is something that you make.
So you handmade each part of your costume, even down to what would you call this?
These are undergarments.
And what would you call this part?
This is just a gown.
It's just a gown.
Yes.
That's really cool.
I made the corset. I made the centaur. And if I could, I would bring it out here because it's so amazing.
How did you make the wings? Did you make the wings yourself?
We do, yes, but that's a secret.
It's a secret. She would have to throw fairy dust on me and make me sneeze until I forgot. Thank you, Amanda.
You're very welcome.
I built a mini bar in my Centaur costume. In there I have rum, vodka, gin, whiskey. I have some mixers. Right? I charge. Yes, I charge. I charge. Yes, I charge for alcohol.
So you're like a bartender centaur.
I'm centaurded.